Hey guys, just wanted to welcome you back for another video. And today is day one for Dawn at Shiny Silver Treasures Advent Calendar. Now, just a reminder, the pre-order sale for these back on October 1st, these all sold out like within a matter of hours. They were all gone. It was a limited edition to begin with, but then they were grabbed up like super quick. And for today, a cross stitch project is what is day one for the calendar. And I believe we all received one for the design team. And I know Dawn will likely have a video because that time of filming, this will be coming out on December 1st. So after this, the days that I received for the calendar are day 3 and day 7. So those will be coming up obviously after this one. You see this one. All the links per usual will be down in the description box if I didn't already say that, but I just wanted to be clear that if you're seeing this advent calendar for the first time, it is sold out. This is not something that you can get. The videos that you're going to see going along with it are inspiration videos. And I believe, like I said, we all were given different days after the first. So we may not have the same cross-stitch project. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what the other gals received in their kit. But mine was the bird with the Santa hat, and then there's like a little branch of holly leaves and berries and stuff like that to decorate it. So I did get a decent start. Now, to be clear, I think this is probably the first cross-stitch project I have ever attempted. And it'll show, and you'll see why. Just a second. And also I want to thank Lorna. She gave me a tip to try to get it started, but where my skill set is right now, it didn't quite work out. So I tried to go with a plan B, and it is not that Lorna, your instructions were wrong or a failure. It's just where I'm at in my skill set for cross stitch. So I went to the plan B, and it was during that when I was coming back in to start filling in, and again you'll see in just a second, where the one thing that you cannot have happen in the middle of cross stitch is I broke my needle. I clearly must have been gripping it tighter than I realized, because then all of a sudden I heard like a little crunchy sound, and then the back end of the needle broke and fell. I'm not entirely sure where it went, but this is what's left of the needle. I broke it at the eye, and this is metal. This is metal. This is not just like a cheapy little plastic needle, but somehow in my hilarious moment, I broke it. So that put an end to the project. And I did take a moment. I was going to try to find a replacement needle and keep going. But one, we are in the middle, at time of filming, we are in the middle of craft show season, and I have a ton of stuff that I need to make. So a time crunch, as well as the disaster of breaking the needle, my room is like completely, everything is everywhere. So finding the needle would have been hilarious in and of itself, and probably would have, I don't even know how many bruises I probably would have got trying to move stuff around to find it. And while I was starting to look for it, I thought, you know what, why don't we take a moment? And again, this is no disparagement of the cross stitch project and the advent calendar. This is just an example of sometimes things don't go okay, and that is okay. So it's just a reminder that, you know, things don't go the way that we intended them to does not mean that we're not good crafters, or, you know, that we shouldn't be doing this or anything like that. So I'm going to take the lesson. One, have a gentler grip on my needle, and also have spare needles right there, because I do have a bunch. I just was not able to find them when I got the idea to just use this as an example. So it's just a recap for those of you that were able to get the advent calendar of what today is and also that if it doesn't go to plan, that's okay too. Now, I do want to come back probably over Christmas break. When we have a good stretch off from work, I'll be able to sit down, and I would really like to finish this. But I took the moment as, again, the reminder that, you know, not everything I do is perfect, and I wanted to show that, you know, I know I've learned how to do a lot of things. Clearly, cross stitch is something that is going to be a fun challenge for me going forward, that it is a skill now that I'm looking forward to getting better at. So this is what I have left of all the threads. I did remember to separate them out to use them for, you know, each section. And again, for Lorna, I had recommended starting your starting point in the middle. And that's probably a really helpful tip if you know more about what you're doing, or it could just be a me thing. It's usually a me thing for something like this. However, I thought, well, if working from the middle out is not something that's going to be something that I can do per se, I thought, well, why don't I just stitch around and make the outline of each section, and then the intention and what I started to do was fill it in with the color for that area. And that's where I ended up breaking the needle, was when I was coming back in to fill in each section. And also, when I pick this back up, I do need new glasses, but I have quite a while yet before I get my next eye exam. So working with limited up close vision, and that's even using like reading glasses, I still have difficulty seeing the details, which also probably doesn't help a project like this. You really need to be able to see what you're doing. But I did get it started. So again, Dawn, I do apologize that I am not representing this cross stitch very well at the moment. But this is what it was. This is what it was supposed to look like. And this is the details that goes around the bird. And you can see I did get the outline accomplished because I need to see what I'm doing. So that's where I thought doing the little cross stitch thing to build the outline of each section of the bird would help me, you know, since I have zero cross stitching skills, to go back and then finish it off. And it was at this point, when I was filling in the brown, that I was gripping it too tight. And again, I did not realize until I heard that little crunchy sound, and then my needle was broken. So, you know, sometimes it can be absolutely hilarious when things go wrong, and I take the loss as a learning experience. So again, not everything is going to be perfect, and I don't ever want to present it that everything I do turns out. And a lot of the times things go wrong in the middle of filming, but to keep down on the time, I just cut those out. But I can assure you, crap goes on in the background that you don't see, because if you had to sit and work through and watch me work through every mistake, we would be here for about 20 years just on that alone. So, and that's totally okay. I don't mind making a mistake. I don't mind that this is a fail, other than the fact that I do apologize again to Dawn that I am not being very representative of cross stitching. So note to self, easy grip on the needle, have spares just in case my fingers are not listening and they're gripping it too tightly. Then I could keep going, because it didn't even cross my mind that I could break the needle. Otherwise, I probably would have tried to dig them out ahead of time to be ready. So now I know going forward to make sure I have a small container of needles to finish. So anyway, this was very fun, even though I didn't get very far. So again, I accept the challenge to build up my cross-stitching skills to get better. So stay tuned going forward in 2025. First thing will be probably to finish this once I get to Christmas break. And then also, just a reminder that my videos for day 3 and day 7 projects will be following this one on their respective days. So thank you guys so much for watching. And again, this is an epic fail, but it's a good thing because we learn from our mistakes. And again, I also did not want to delay the video, or potentially delay the video, by trying to get back to have time to finish it in the middle of craft show season. So it's sort of like it was a whole grouping of events to lead to this moment. But when I do get it done, if I don't do a quick little video showing that I did finish it, I will post pictures on the community tab for you to see when I did it. But again, today, day one for Dawn's advent calendar is the cross stitch project. And I don't know who got what, but I know a whole bunch of other inspirational videos will be going up today, so definitely check it out. Check out those links. Please show Dawn and the other gals on the design team some love and support. And in the meantime, you guys take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. If you're interested in some more content, here's a couple videos you might want to check out, and I will catch up with you in the next one.